gravity, forces and motions. So, what is a force? A force is a push or pull on an object. So, it can make objects stop moving, change direction, or change shape. Example forces like gravity, friction, air resistance, tension, and applied force. So, secondly, Newton's first law, the law of inertia. So, an object say rest and rest. An object in motion stays in motion unless you act by an unbalanced force. So the key ideas of this is if nothing push or pull it, it will stay the same and keep doing what they're doing. Example, a ball will not roll unless someone kicks it or the surface isn't flat. So third, Newton's second law, the force. So the force here will equal to the mass multiplied by the force. So that's the example. And force, mass, and acceleration. So F equals ma. So the key ideas of this is the bigger is the mass, so the more force you need to move it. Example, it was easier to move an empty car than a full one. So fourthly, Newton's third law is the action and reaction. For every action, there is equals and opposite reaction. So the key idea of this is the force always come in pairs. Example, when you jump off a boat, the boat moves backwards. So example, this is the boat in the sea, right? It's moving forward to this island. So if you're on the boat and then when it moves toward this and you change into the water of the opposite direction. So that's just basically it. Example. So I example you here. So the fifth one is the type of force. So force description example, gravity pulls object towards the earth surface, the falling apple, the friction slow down motion, rubbing hands together, the air resistance, friction from air skydiving when you jump from a plane down to the earth, and skydiving, and then the tension force in ropes or cables, hanging a light up in the roof, or just normal force support force from a force book on the table. So example, when you pull the light, or just basically a fan up and then move, and then how it is fixed. It needs gravity to pull it, and then it's gonna need some equipment to grab it up. So example, when a tree, okay, and that is an apple on a tree, and when the apple falls off, so when it doesn't grow through our body, so that was called force. So in today's lesson, you're gonna know about force and motion, and you know what is it? Some types of Newton law and type of force. You have examples, some for you today, and see you on the next lesson. Thank you for listening and goodbye.